Out here today with another original from Mountain Laurel Designs. This is the MLD Bug Bivy II. I've got it all pitched up behind me, and I'd like to take a few minutes to show you around some of the different features and specs, give you some ideas of what I think about it, and then I'll get a pad set up in there and we'll take a look how it fits with me inside, and I'll be right back. So first off, I wanted to go over some specs, measurements, and weights for what Mountain Laurel Design says about this. They weighed in at 7 ounces. I'm getting it just over 7 on my scale, so kudos to them for being pretty much spot on with their weight. I feel like a lot of companies could put a little bit more effort into getting the sizes and weights that they list on their websites dialed in a little bit. So thank you to them for that. So this is 6 foot 9 inches long. You have 27 inches across on the head, 24 on the foot, and then 27 inches high, maybe 29 inches high on this peak right here. So plenty of room, not quite to sit up inside, but definitely you aren't going to brush against it or feel boxed in to the point where netting's laying on you or anything like that. They do have a 5-inch bathtub floor on this, and that bathtub floor stands up with a small plastic strut that they have kind of just threaded into a couple of cups made out of some grosgrain, it looks like. And then they do an elastic triangle tie out on it, which a lot of companies are doing on these bathtub floors, and I really appreciate it. I think it makes for a really easy way to get just a taut corner there and have this thing stand up. So now that I've looked at the sizes and weight and everything, let me just go over the materials that they use on this. So on the bathtub floor, they went with a 30D sil nylon. It's a lot stronger than the 15 or 20 degree denier options, so I think they made a good decision there, and especially that gives you the opportunity to eliminate the ground cloth if you want. They used a 10D triple DWR coated for the sides and then the foot and the head end. This head end actually comes up and blocks you from any splash coming in the side, and then the walls and the foot have it come up to a certain amount so that it blocks any wind or splash coming in from the side of your tarp. They use a 3/4 ounce per square yard no-seam net, and then a YKK zipper that's the style of a sleeping bag. So it's got double zipper pulls on the inside and the outside, and you can zip it to the center, you can zip it to one end or the other for easier access to get in and out. And then up here at the top on either end of the A-frame style, they have a little elastic cord with a mitten hook, and then you can add your shot cord, whatever size or length you feel like you need to be able to get it tight between your ridge line and get it set up just right, or wherever your tie outs are for the inside of your tarp. Another cool feature that I think they included here was on the foot box. When I first got it and set it up, I thought it was a little weird. You can't get this tight. But then thinking about it a little bit, when you roll over or you straighten your legs out or kick your feet over in your quilt or sleeping bag, that needs some give. So that gives you the ability to roll over and do whatever you need to do to be comfortable when you're sleeping without putting any undue pressure on this lighter 10D material. So I think that was a really nice idea. They did a good job with that. The only thing I really saw on the initial look around the tarp is, or the bivy, excuse me, is some of the stitching just isn't perfectly lined up, which is not something I've seen from MLD before. I've got just some zigzags, and then some of the stitches as they lay over each other, they aren't laying over exactly right. So there was definitely some quality control with the bobbin tension when they were sewing these things together, and it could definitely have a lot to do with going from the 30 denier to the 10D and just getting those materials to lay flat together and sew correctly. So that's really the only thing that I've noticed so far. So been really happy with it. Just my initial look-arounds and first uses here of it. So I'll tell you what, let me get a pad set up in here and we'll give you a look of what it looks like with me inside. All right, so I know we haven't really gone over too many tips and tricks with pitching these things up, but one of the things I really like to do when I have a top entrance bivvy like this is keep the zipper in the center. That way I'm not pulling against the tie outs for the top of the ridge line. I'm pulling against the zipper so that when I open it up, I'm not adding any unneeded tension. So just for fun here, I went ahead and threw in what I would use in the summer. This is a cut down Climate Ultralight Static V sleeping pad. So I've got it cut down to 55 inches here, and it's perfect for me in the summer. Really comfortable. I'll throw my pack under my feet or my sit pad, and I'm gonna just climb in here and show you how I fit. So all right, so all tucked in. I've got plenty of room. I can kind of get my elbows in here where there's enough space on the side, and then definitely enough room to kind of lean forward or sit up, and yeah, roll over on my side. And man, I've got 6 inches between my shoulder and the zipper at least. So definitely love the splash guard here. I know it's always a concern of mine when I'm under a flat tarp of rain splashing and coming in from the head end or the foot end, and it keeps my feet covered, and you can see that extra space there that they leave you when you're rolling over. You aren't really pulling or putting any undue tension on that lighter fabric there. So I think all in all, it's a winner. This is going to be a great summer setup. It's got plenty of breathability, lots of venting around, and I think it'll be a nice setup. Love the bathtub floor. I like the struts. All in all, I think it's going to be a really nice bivvy.